everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hello when you get here and you're on the video. If you see this red live button right above my head, then you're catching live. It is Monday, June 29th, you guys. I cannot believe that this month is almost over. In just a second, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you type in that keyword, you're going to get a list of supplies for all the things that we're using tonight. You can click around in those links. All of the information is absolutely free. And yeah, so you might as well grab it so you can check out all of the stuff, right? The keyword for tonight, y'all, is lemon. L-E-M-O-N, lemon. We have been doing some different projects lately. Our Club Couture project is cherries. We did strawberries already. I figured why not do lemons too? Because I love me some lemons, you guys, and some lemon decor. Hello, Karen. Hi, Mindy. Hello, Roseanne. Hopefully I can get my comments pulled up here relatively quickly today. Hello, Missy. Hi, Holly. How are you guys doing today? Oh, of course. That's going to be my face freeze thing too, isn't it? It just made me look crazy. Hi, Dale. Hello, Leanne. Watching Willow swimming in the pool. She had so much fun swimming in the pool, too. So much fun. Oh, my gosh, you guys. And she went back in the pool after Daddy got home, too. So she got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of swim time today. All right. I think I got my comments pulled up here now. Hi, Valerie. Hello, Wanda. Tornado sirens were going off here like 5 minutes ago. Take cover. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Wendy. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Wanda and Leah. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Carol. Hi, Dale and Annette. Hi, Pam. Happy belated birthday, girl. Hey, Karen. Hello, everybody. Lemon, L-E-M-O-N is the key word. Hey, Christine. Hello, Frankie. Yes, definitely fun to have a water dog. Hi, Christine. All right, you guys. So we've got a bunch of transfers, a whole bunch of stuff right now on our last chance sale. And I figured this is my last chance to show you some extra ideas of things that I would have done with these projects. Well, extra things that I wanted to do with these projects. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually reuse a transfer that we've done in the past, but in a whole different way tonight. Hopefully you guys love this. That's the beauty of our transfers. They're reusable. They're silkscreen. They're washable. And you can use them over and over and over again. So this is the one we're going to be using tonight. And I love it. Fresh lemons. Thank you, guys. Fresh lemons currently in our last chance sale, you guys. So grab this while you can. If you, like me, love the lemon decor. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Belinda. Happy Monday to you, too. Thank you, Emily. All right, you guys. So I have a surface that's going to require painting that I get from the Hobby Lobby. And I just love it, but I just bought one recently and it's broken and I'm kind of disappointed. But I have one that's not broken, so we're going to use that one tonight. To be 77 for low temp tonight down here in Gary, Indiana. Dale, it's like that right now here too. It was so hot and humid today, and tomorrow is supposed to be even more hot and humid. And John has been going to work at 4:30 in the morning. So he's up super, super duper early to be at work at 4:30 in the morning. So he is going to bed. I got to try to be quiet. Hi, Corey. When doing shirts with ink, what is the recommended dry time if not using a dryer? I would wait 24 hours just to be sure. She was definitely in her happy place. All right, you guys, here's my surface from the Hobby Lobby that I just absolutely adore. This is part of the spring shop, which means it's, what is it, 40 or 50% off right now? And regular $2.99. These are really, really, really inexpensive. And this is a mason jar. And I just think that this is so stinking cute. So we're going to cut off this tag. And we're going to go ahead and start by giving this a coat of Waverly paint in the color Snow White. Snow White. So, of course, I've laid down my paper so that I can do this without making as big a mess. Hi, Uncle Don! You have one and was hoping this is... Yay, Diane! Just, hey, we can hold on 5 minutes. You can come over right now and bring yours and we can do it together. Diane, we'll wait. Hi, Hi, Maria. Hi, Roseanne. Made lemon cake today. Yay, I have a bunch of those from last year. I'm going to get more of this Thursday. Why does this always happen to me? It's like every time I use my white, it like glues itself shut. So tonight, instead of yelling for John because he needs to sleep, I'm going to go to Uncle Don. Oh, man. Hi, Susan. If my craft room was big enough for the two of us, I would say absolutely, but there is absolutely no more room on this table. All right, here we go. I finally got it open. My big, strong muscles. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cindy. Hello, everybody. All right, we're just going to use, oh, man. We're going to use one of these, a sponge brush, I think, to paint this tonight, because I think it's going to be easier. And I've noticed that with the Waverly, if I try to pour the Waverly right onto my board, I end up with a spot that dries too quickly and I have like a lump of colors or of that paint that doesn't quite smooth out. So I'm going to pour some of this into a color tray. I went to Michael's today. They wanted $14.99 for the round sublimation spinners. Their prices are ridiculous there. I hear you, Joanne, and I agree that most of the stuff at Michael's is a lot more expensive. Started working on a door tag this evening with a modern plaid and berries wheat transfers. Ooh, I can't wait to see that when it's done. Hi, Kim. Good to see you, my friend. All right, just using a sponge brush to paint this tonight. It does not have to be perfect because we're using one of my favorite things, you guys. We're going to be Mod Podging tonight. I absolutely love when you can find a really good piece of scrapbook paper or a napkin and lay down a gorgeous print that matches up with your transfers. You're on your way? I got it, Uncle Don. I got it. You have to be up early too, though, don't you? Oh, wow, I just splintered right into my brush here. So by doing this and going out of the color tray, I don't have that big clump of color on there like I've had before. Hi, Janelle. Hello, Pam. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in tonight. I hope you guys are having a great day and beating all this heat by staying inside. I did not. I love the heat, and I sat outside on my deck most of the day until I could physically feel the sweat, and I was like, okay, I should probably go in for a little while, even though it's cold in the house because the air conditioning's on. Thank you, Carolyn. I love the heat. I don't know how well I'm going to stand it the next couple of days, but today was right around 90 here. And it felt to me like it was great. Mic not working very good. Is anybody else having a hard time hearing me? If so, let me know. Napkins with lemon all over it, wanted to be using them. Oh, you're gonna love this project then, Diane. Maybe we have the same napkins. Maybe. All right, you guys, I think I've gotten that pretty well covered. Pretty well covered. Very, very, very easy. Okay, so whoever it was that said that my mic's not good, you might want to go out and come back in because I think that it's not mine. Everybody else seems to be able to hear me. So it might be a bad connection on your end. Gonna start the heat wave tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to be like 94, something like that, and then 97 later on this week. And then even up at my mother-in-law's house, it's going to be super, super hot up there as well, which is going to be great for swimming, you guys. Great for swimming. And I'm going to come back with a good tan. Oh no, even your dog was sick from the heat. Oh. I did feel like I needed a nap today. Because I don't know, I came in and I was just exhausted. Thank you, Margie. I got this on Shein. I've been doing a lot of Shein shopping lately. but I need to go buy new shorts. So you guys, I got up into my attic. Volume is lower. Well, the mic on my phone doesn't really have a volume button. It's like either the mic is on or the mic is off. And the mic's on. I don't know. All right, you guys, we're just going to keep going because I don't know how to fix it now. I don't know how to fix it ever if the mic thing's not working right. So you guys, I climbed up into my shed the other day because I knew that I had a box of clothes up there from my 20s. From my early 20s. And I was like, okay, maybe the stuff in that box that I've been holding on to for years just might fit me again. Maybe. Maybe. I had no idea what was up there. Nope. Brought it in, washed it all up, tried it all on, and I couldn't fit like anything over my hips. It was kind of disappointing. But I think I've decided I don't want to get back down to the size that I was when I was 20. Oh yeah, you definitely try shopping on there. There are so many cute things. All right, here we go, you guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use Mod Podge. And, you know what, I think I want to do this, though. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a line with tape. Oh, you had to adjust your volume. We're going to use some placement tape right there where the top of that jar meets the actual jar, where the lid meets the jar, okay? I think I do. I need to go fix it. I need to go golfing. I do. Maybe not this weekend because this one is extremely busy. Obviously with 4th of July. Maybe the weekend after. Hold on. Childbirth will do that to your hips. I come from a family of wide hips too. I really do. All right, so we're going to use Mod Podge. This one right here is matte. It does not matter for this project if you use matte or if you use gloss, okay? Because this is just going to be what sticks it down. The word for tonight is lemon. Lemon, or you could just put in the lemon emoji, and you'll get the supply list as well with just the lemon emoji. All right, here we go. Spreading out that Mod Podge all over the entire thing. We want to make sure we get our edges really well too. Cover the entire thing all the way around. And then we're just going to even that out as best as we can. Once we've got that Mod Podge on there, you guys, this is what decoupaging is. If you're not familiar with this, it's a really fun and easy way that you can add color and design with napkins and scrapbook paper to your projects. All right, I think I got it all covered. Just to be sure, oop, there's a spot right there. I'm going to hold it up to the light and look for any spots that are not glossy. And this right here barely got any, right on that corner. You came from a family of big butts. Me too. Me too. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Oh, you guys all know the song. All right, now that that's on there, we're going to go ahead. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Whoops. I've got my heat press on for this to make it faster, but I do not want my temperature all the way up at 350 degrees. It's just going to be too much. All right, we're going to dry this Mod Podge on here, and this is going to be the beginning of getting our napkin to adhere to this. Oh, that would be great. I just got to get a sitter for my kids. But Mimio watches my kids all the time and she won't mind. Actually, no. Ooh, Uncle Don, or one of my kids is going to stay up north with Grandma. The other one can have a slumber party with her friend. I'll call a friend. I'll phone a friend and get her out of here so I can go golfing. Oh, man. All right, we want to make sure that this is nice and dry because this is going to be what holds it on here. So Mod Podging is decoupaging. They're the same thing. Mod Podge is just the name of it's just the brand name of the decoupage medium that we're using. But there are other decoupage mediums as well. All right, that is nice and dry. You golf today. It's a hot day for golf today. All right, you guys, take a look at this napkin. It is the most beautiful, beautiful lemony napkin I think I've ever seen. I don't know where I got it. I was just looking through nope, came from TJ Maxx. Look at how stunningly gorgeous that napkin is. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for all the stars, Carol. I absolutely, absolutely love this napkin. And it's a big one, so it's going to cover this entire surface all at one time, which I also really, really love. So when I'm looking at my napkin, one thing that I want to make sure of is whether this is a 2-ply or a 3-ply napkin. And most of the time, it'll tell you on here what it is. And of course, this time it doesn't. It just says set of 32, so we're going to have to figure it out. You're right. What happens on the golf course gets told later. All right, where's that placement tape? We're just going to take a couple pieces of this to pull that apart. So you want to make sure that you get your napkin down to being just one layer. Hi, Mary! And to do that, you can put a piece of tape on either side of your napkin, just like this. And then you can pull them apart. And that's going to take off a layer of your napkin, okay? Now it looks like this is a 3-ply because I can still see that there's a whole nother layer underneath this one. So we're going to be very, very careful as we remove this so we don't rip it. And then I'm going to do the same thing and put that tape right back down on there and try to separate these two pieces now. You guys see that? Just like that, that other piece came off. And now you should be left with one very, very thin piece of napkin. So be very careful as you're pulling this apart. Especially if you need it to cover your whole surface. Okay, so I'm going to remove the entire top part of it first and then hold down. All right, Uncle Don, have a good night. Love you. And pull gently so I don't rip that napkin underneath. And I want to move this too, just to be sure that if anything's still wet, it doesn't hold down on that napkin. So as you guys can see, that layer there is extremely, extremely thin. I got them at TJ Maxx. I'm always finding napkins at TJ Maxx or at Marshall's. And I have so many napkins, it's absolutely ridiculous. Really, truly it is. Boxes and boxes and boxes of napkins. All right, I think oh, this is a bigger napkin than I thought. We're almost to the end of it. There we go. That last little bit there. All right, here we go. Let's bring our surface back over here. Thank you, Carol. And I'm going to line the top of my napkin up, trying to see if it matters which way it goes. I don't think it matters. It's just kind of a randomness on here. So I'm going to line the top of my napkin right up with where that Mod Podge stopped at the top. There's a stars party. Stars party, stars party. We got a stars party. Stars party, stars party. We got a stars party. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I missed it. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, 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 dance. All right, we're going to grab a piece of parchment paper. And I'm going to lay this right on top of this napkin here. Let's make sure that it stays up there where I want it to stay. Hi, Camille. Time for napkin bundles. I wish I had time for napkin bundles. Oh, all right. I've got my heat press down here set to 210 degrees for 30 seconds. You guys, we don't even need that much. But we are going to press the napkin right down onto that surface, okay? We're heating that up to reactivate that Mod Podge underneath. Hi, Emily. And to really flatten out that napkin below it. Oh, I can't wait to see how this whole project turns out. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Now I have a mini iron. If you guys have an iron, you can use a regular iron for this. You can use a mini iron. You can use a house iron. You just want to make sure that you iron it to get out all your wrinkles. And that didn't get out all my wrinkles. That actually created some wrinkles. All right, let me do this then, real quick, you guys. I'm going to take my brayer and just try to smooth some of this out a little bit more. My smaller iron might be better for this, actually. We will see. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my small iron to finish this off. That big one seems to just not want to get even pressure on here, or it could be, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to use the smaller iron, though, to finish this. Maybe I don't have the heat up quite enough. I need to trademark my little jingle. It changes every time, though. Or do I do the same dance every time? Do I need to change it up? Do I need to change it up? Y'all like my dance, so. All right, we're going to use my little mini iron. Maybe that don't have the other one hot enough. I'm not sure. Because this thing right here doesn't have a temperature gauge on it. But this also gives me more precision to make sure that I get those edges really, really well. Oh, it's the board. This thing is slightly warped. So that's probably why the other iron didn't get out all those wrinkles. Yeah, this is working so much better. The heat press started it for me. But, y'all, that is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is going to be gorgeous. Okay, hopefully I don't drop my ribbon all over the floor. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull off my tape. That was my border. Right there. Oh no! And you guys can see how gorgeous that lemon pattern is on here. Isn't that beautiful? Had to have a procedure done this morning. Put a marker in place before surgery. We want to make sure to get the right, I hope I get the right spot. All right, we're just gonna use a little bitty sander and we're gonna sand off in a downward motion the rest of this paper, or the rest of this napkin. I do recommend having something down to catch all of the little fuzzies and napkin paper scraps and stuff. Just to make it so much easier to clean up. And it comes off really, really easily and just forms right to whatever your surface is. Gorgeous, right? Oh, y'all, wait till you see what else I've got in mind for this thing. So much greatness. Now, I think that some of you guys might have this napkin because I did have a lemon napkin bundle a while back. And I think this one was in it. Oh, how beautiful. Last little bit. There we go. Hi, Catherine. Definitely get some napkins and try it. Look at how easy that was. Super, super easy. I feel like early to go put great grandbaby to bed first night without mommy and daddy. They're trying to move. Oh my goodness, Emily. Yes, you go take care of that great grandbaby. Hi, Lori. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the top. Why did I just do that with my paper? If I'm going to paint again. I'm going to paint the top part of this. Hi, Judy. I'm doing good. How are you? And then I didn't get my paste out either. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? What am I thinking, you guys? I need this one. Where is it? I just used it yesterday and it's gone already. That's how it works. I need this one. I have too many colors. There it is. And I need this one. These three colors tonight. No helper tonight. Hi, Misty. Nope, no helper tonight. He's downstairs watching a television show. So we're going to use these three colors tonight. Bumblebee, Storm, and Black Velvet. And what I want to do is I want to mix my, well, no, not yet. We're going to paint the top of this with Storm. Okay? Because I want to have it look like it's got like a silver lid on top or a gray lid on top. And so I'm going to grab a paintbrush, and I just opened up this jar yesterday. So we're going to paint right from the jar. Because it's super silky smooth right now, okay? Chilly night in Western Washington. Really? That's surprising to me because it's so hot everywhere else. So hot. All right, so I'm just going to go right to that line where my paper stopped. And we're just painting the top of this board with our Storm paste. I can hear my kids through the vents, you guys. Yes, disco would have been a perfect color for the lid. We've had so many great colors in the past, and unfortunately they don't last. I'm actually really surprised that our color of the month didn't sell out this year, or this month. See, Tracy, the shimmer colors don't paint as well. And so I'm going with the gray, but we're going to also add some dimension to this a little bit. All right, so we've got our gray lid on there, and I can go ahead and I can get that all dried up. And then we're going to add like the areas where the lid kind of turns. And we're going to give it some lines with some of our black velvet, okay? Just a little bit. I think so too. Put down a solid color first and go over it with a shimmer. That does work. That does work. But a lot of this top is also going to be covered up with our bow. All right, so once I've got that all dried up, this board is from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby sells this one. I'm going to grab one of my fine detail brushes here. Whatever these things are called with the long, long wispies. It's 70 in Idaho right now. It snowed Saturday in the mountains along the Montana border. Holy cow. I'm going to just get some black paint right on, or some black chalk paste right on this brush here. Hi, Dina. And we're going to just light-handedly, you guys. It's okay if it doesn't make a complete line. And I'm going to go right from where it comes together. And we're just going to add some lines right in there. Okay? Just to make that look more like a lid. And up here, I think I'm going to do another swirl. Right at the top. I'm freestyle painting. It's not my best, but you know what? I still think it looks all right. Still think it looks all right, you guys. Okay, let's get that dried up. Now we're going to have a lot of bow over here, but that's just going to give it a little bit more dimension underneath that. Okay? All right. Here we go, y'all. Oh, I forgot the iron was on. All right, so now what we're going to do, yep, it's a script liner. That's what it is, but I don't know the technical terms for anything. All right, we're going to take our Fresh Lemons Transfer. And I'm going to grab a piece of that placement tape because we're only going to use the words fresh lemons on here. We're not actually going to put the lemons down themselves because we've got plenty of lemons on here. We're going to do something different at the bottom. So I want to take my placement tape. I'm going to give it a fuzz in my drawer. And right at the bottom of that E is where I want to put that tape, just so that I don't accidentally get any of that leaf. You guys see there? And we're going to fill in the rest of the bottom of that E where the leaf kind of overlaps that. Now, since this is a napkin that we are working on, we want to make sure that we work quickly, because the adhesive on your, you know what? Yeah. We still want to make sure that we're working quickly, but we are going to surface wax that up first. Should have thought that part through. All right. So let's put some surface wax on there. That's going to help to protect that napkin from being tore up from the adhesive on our transfer. Thank you, Chris. Until you guys see the whole thing finished. The idea in my head is so beautiful. So beautiful. All right, this surface wax is available in my shop, and this just acts as your barrier between any painted surfaces, napkins, anything like that, to keep your adhesive from pulling up on your bottom layer. So we add a thin coat of that surface wax. And then we're going to come back in with a towel, a rag of some sort. And we're going to buff that wax right back off. So you only need a little bit. If you have too much, your transfer is not going to stick. If you don't have enough of it, then you might still end up with a pull up. All right, there we go. Buffed, buffed, buffed. Now, we can put our transfer down. All right, so I think I'm not going to use the black like I had planned on. We're going to stick with that storm color. And we're going to do a shadow effect. In case any of you guys have not seen the shadow effect, pay attention to this, because you're going to love how this looks and how you can put a shadow behind your lettering to make your letters just stand out even more. Okay? So I'm going to put this right about here. I do want it up from the bottom and as centered as I can get it, which I think is right about here. We're just going to press that down, and then I'm going to come in with that storm paste. You could use bark or espresso too. Yep. How did the mystery bundles do? The mystery bundles went really well. I stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning getting all of you guys' mystery bundles figured out and placing that order, and it already shipped. So it will be here pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I got my order that I placed last Monday today. So I'm thinking, hopefully that order doesn't show up while I'm gone. But it probably will be here on Monday next week. That's what I'm thinking. It just as easily, just put down some surface wax so that it doesn't tear up the napkin. And you want to work relatively quickly, because like with any kind of a sticker, the longer it's down on your surface, the more likely it is that it's going to pull up on that surface. So I do want to get off the excess. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull right up. You guys, I was going to do the shadow effect, and now I don't think I want to do that either. Oh, I like the gray. Okay, but I still have to, I haven't decided yet. I want to show you guys the shadow, but at the same time, I love how this looks. So let me fill in that E real quick. that spot where there was that little bit of a lemon leaf in the transfer, and we're just going to add a little bit of paste right there. You guys, I seriously, now that I see it with the gray on there, I'm not sure that I want to go over it and do another color on top. I was going to go over it and do yellow on top of that and have that be just the shadow, but I love this look. What do you guys think? Should I do the shadow effect, wash my transfer and show you guys, or just tell you and leave it with just the gray? What do you think? What do you guys think? Because the gray looks phenomenal. It really does. You want to see the shadow? Because I could always do that tomorrow. I could promise you guys to do that tomorrow if you want to leave it this way. What do you guys think? Once I do it, I don't think I can go back. I think we're going to leave it. I will show you guys shadow effect tomorrow, okay? Because I didn't expect to love the gray on here as much as I do. And then if I put the lemon, if I put the bumblebee on there and I don't like it and have regrets, I can't go back. So, we're going to stick with just this one. Because that's beautiful. Okay, you guys. Are y'all ready for the next step? Because this is the part that I think you're going to love even more. So also at the Hobby Lobby, I bought these crates, and they are so stinking cute. Would the shadow work with a darker gray, or does it have to be a totally different color? You could use, as far as the shadow, Annette, you could use a black or a gray, but you'd want to use a lighter color on top to actually make the shadow work. To use it with a darker color, I don't think it's quite going to make a shadow. So I bought these with the idea of being able to take a ribbon and hang these on my wall and have more ribbon storage. But then I saw this project and I was like, but wait. This is needed for this project. It just is. Now it's got this little hanger thing on here. I don't want to put a screw in this. Even though I could, just because this board is so thin that I'm afraid that the screw is going to go through to the back and then it could be a poking hazard. So, we're just going to remove this hanger, this sawtooth hanger thing that's on here. Perfect. And I will save this for something else. Hi, Tammy. So just like so, that thing's off. Easy peasy. So you guys, these are the kind of stocking stuffers that John gets for Christmas that I steal from him. the little ones. He needs the big stuff. Oh, y'all. Okay, so we're going to grab, so I've got my glue gun heating up here. And then we're also going to use some E6000. If I can get it out of here. Isn't that so cute? And we're going to put both on the back. I will not put this in my mouth. But I may need tools to open this E6000, you guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this right to the back. What I don't want to do is get any glue on the corners down here. And I want this to sit flush with the bottom of this so that when it's sitting on a table, the crate's not up like this. It'll help to hold this up if you want to sit it on a table. Okay? Hope that makes, I hope that makes sense. I think it does. So I'm going to put some E6000 and I'm going to put some hot glue on here. So basically you buy them for yourself. Yes. I do. I buy them for myself and then I use them for crafts. No, no. Oh, you mean the John stuff? No, they're the things that family usually gets in as like little bitty extra gifts. I guess I've gotten him some of them. But my aunt likes to get John just some little stocking. She likes to just wrap presents for months. And she'll go to places and it's like, if it's on sale and she thinks somebody will like it, then she's going to buy it and she's going to wrap it. That's what she does. Okay, so our E6000 is going to be our permanent hold. And our hot glue is just going to hold this on here temporarily while that E6000 sets up. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and just set my crate on my table, just like so. And then I'm going to press my board up against it. Let me make sure it's centered. Right there, and we're going to give this a hold. Now, just to be sure that this is holding, well, here, let's lay it down and press. Let's do this. Let's do this until that hot glue sets in there. That E6000 will probably take, oh, I don't know, get 8 or so hours before it's completely cured. But this should get us good enough for the project while we're going right now. Okay? All right. While that sets up, you guys, while this sets up, let's go ahead and let's start working on our bow. Oh man. Oh good. I put my transfer down there and I wasn't done with it yet. But we're gonna do one more thing with that. Okay. I have all this ideas and I can't keep it straight. Let's go ahead and make our bow. That's gonna go on the top of this. And we're gonna take 3 different color ribbons that really match this napkin. So for reference, here's our napkin. Okay. And I have found a ribbon that's like a light white, yellow, and green plaid all together. I also have just a pink. And I've got a yellow polka dot. Okay, so we're going to use all 3 of these together, and we're just going to do a messy bow, if you will. Okay, and I know that my board here is 9 inches across. So we're only going to make this 7 inches so that my bow is not too extremely big. Okay. Did you guys hear him? 4 strips of each one. Yeah, it's like a lemon lime ribbon. And 4 of the pink. No, that was not part of the spring shop, but it was over by the other like crates and boxes and things that they have, the wicker baskets and all of that stuff at mine. Definitely. And I think that they were like $1.99. They were so inexpensive, and it was the smallest one that they had. They had some that were much, much, much bigger. So there's 3, one more. 4 of these. And 4 of this one. We're doing 7 inches for all of them. 2, 3, and 4. Last one. He probably, you know what he probably did that made him giggle so much? This is my guess, because this has been an ongoing thing with my son lately. He probably came upstairs. He probably went into my bedroom where John is laying down. He probably turned his backside into the door and let one rip. And then took off laughing. Because that, for some reason, to an 8-year-old boy, is the funniest thing in the world. Alright, I just dovetailed each end of this. And I'm doing 2 of them at a time, just folding them in half and then in half again. Boys, I tell you what. There's 4 there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Dovetailed those. I'm only doing 2 at a time when I dovetail, because otherwise it ends up wonky. And you end up with your ends just being really weird shape. Yes, hi Tina. Really, really weird shapes. This will help you to line them up a little bit better. And cutting through that wire can be a little bit. And boys always played the fart game when the kids were younger. Yep. Yep, it happens here too, you guys. It happens here too. All right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start off by just tying these off and making a messy bow. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, just a little bit of some jute to hold this together. You could use a hair tie rubber band, whatever you want to use for yours. And we're just going to start stacking these in like a crisscross. So kind of like an X-shaped pattern. I'm going to do the pinks. And then the yellows. And then the greens. and then come back with more pink. More yellow. And last but not least, the green. 4-year-old's grandson does that to you. It just comes up to you and farts. He thinks it's so funny. These kids, I tell you what. All right, then once we've got this all just kind of on here like this, I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to take it upside down right on top of this, and I'm going to kind of just fold it together as much as I can, pinching it together. Put it right on that piece of jute. And then tie this thing and pull it as tightly as I possibly can. Okay, so we just have this really gorgeous messy bow. And once we've got that nice and tied off, I'm not worried about the strings at the moment. And then we can take all of our little bow pieces and we can just kind of fluff it and fan it out. And just kind of make them go all over the place. Okay, so we have all the colors on there, and it just looks beautiful. Took your 5- and 7-year-old grandsons to Toy Story 5 on the weekend. Such a cute movie. Awesome! The bow is reminding you of the watermelon color. Yes, kind of. Kind of. Kind of a little bit. But if girls do that, it's unladylike. Not anymore. I say that in self-defense. You can fart and still be a lady, I promise. I promise. All right. Where are we going next with this? I'm trying to figure it out. Y'all are distracting me with this nonsense talk. Okay, let's do this right next. I also wanted to add a tag on here. So I just have, these are from Walmart. And they're just gift tags. And they're over in the paper section where you guys get your paper and stuff. And I almost forgot that I wanted to do this, and I already sprayed down my transfer, but fortunately the part that I want to use is down here. And so I don't have to worry about it so much. So we're going to do 100% natural. Ooh, I don't know if I have a small lemon, but I do have an idea for the middle of that bow. I do. So just hold, please. Or I might have to get out. A button. Okay, so just to get some extra words in here, we're going to add a tag. 100% natural on the bottom there. Okay, it's kind of hard to see because it's small. Let's dry this part up, and then we're going to move it, and we're going to do the finest quality. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Ooh, we're going to get them all on here. We're going to get all the words on here, you guys. So we can also say tree ripened lemons. This is looking so good. I know, as I'm missing steps and having to go back and fix myself up. We're going to do lemons because I'm going backwards. And just placing it however I want on this tag. Lemons. And it looks printed, y'all. I love it. And then hopefully Tree Ripened will fit right there. It sure will. It surely will, you guys. I would say that looks pretty darn good. Tree Ripened lemons, finest quality, 100% natural. Love it. Love it. Got shirt 1 done for the girls at work for the 4th now to dry and heat set. The heat setting is an easy part. Very, very, very easy part. Okay, we're getting there, you guys. We are ready to assemble the rest of this, I believe. I believe. All right, and then I've also got these right here, which are from Michael's. They're by Ashland, and they are just some lemon fruit. Now, I don't ever buy these retail price because, y'all, it's just expensive. They want $7.99 for these 5 pieces of lemon. So I wait until I find them in the clearance section and I snag them up. And I'm going to see if I can use my punch. Oh no. Okay, I thought that this was going to work. To punch a hole in them. But it's not. So, wait a minute, there is a hole. Oh, there's already a hole! It's not as big as I'd like for it to be, but there is already a hole here, you guys. I don't know how I'm ever going to fit anything in there. Other than wire. We have wire. Which will work just fine. I'm getting there. It's just got a teeny tiny hole. But I've got some floral wire we can use. I kind of want them to hang. Worst case scenario, we glue them on. Use a nail to make the hole bigger. That would have been another possibility. Or drill it. I think that this is going to work out. We'll probably still glue them like together maybe. I don't know. We're going to figure it out together. But I think what I want to do is go ahead and put this right here. All right, I'm going to arrange these and just kind of glue them together how I want them arranged, because I can see the vision. I can hide the wire with the tag. No, I think we're just going to go. All right, let's see how it looks. If we don't like it, we can adjust it. It hangs over, so I don't like how that is. We're going to work on that. Let's get the bow down first. Right there in the center. Super cute. Yes, I do have one lemon. I thought I had one lemon longer. But I think I might want them hanging off the side of the bow instead of the middle of it. We can always adjust our bow pieces a little bit more later. I think that's in the middle. Thank you. I think so too. I just got to tack it down on there. And what was I just thinking? I don't know what I was just thinking. Oh, a button. A button. Yeah. It's probably not big enough, but I think I'm going to use it. Glue the lemons to the front of the box. Let me position it first and see. I just happen to have a button that's like yellow polka dot button, which really matches that yellow polka dot ribbon very, very, very well. So I love that. All right, here's what I think I figured out. Here's what I think I figured out. We're going to go ahead and just tuck this right underneath there. Yes, that's where I want it, right there. And then we can glue that down. So let's start with the wire. Then the first lemon. Then the second lemon. And then right up here I can do a little bit of glue for the top of the tag, just to make that stay right where I want it to stay. Oh no! In the corner of the basket, but I've got stuff to do in the basket still. Just got to get these things to stick down on here because I think that my glue did not hold it. So far, I really, really, really love this piece. Really, really, really love this piece, you guys. We got to finish up here. We got like 10 minutes left, and I think I can do it. Oh my word. So far, super, super cute, right? All right, here's the last thing we're going to do, you guys. I actually have some lemons. You know what, Sandra? I have some of that stuff. We are going to fill our basket with our fake lemons. And they're fake and they don't smell like lemon, but for some reason I'm smelling lemon, you guys. Still not done, because we're going to tuck a little bit of greenery in here as well. There it is. And I'm not going to glue the lemons in there, y'all. I'm just going to leave them sitting in there because they're in a little basket. I don't think they need to be glued down. But we're just going to tuck a little bit of greenery in there with the lemons. A little more. A little more. Because the lemons gotta look like they have some leaves, right? Hi, Rosalie. Thank you. Oh, you guys, I love this so much. I think that's probably all I want to tuck in there. I think we're probably good. You guys, I think that we're done. I think we're done. There it is. You guys, lemon is the keyword for tonight. This is part of our last chance sale to get this fresh lemons transfer. So you can recreate this project if you want to. And there it is. I think it looks so amazing. So amazing. And it stands up on its own. And you guys, I just learned that here in Michigan, they are trying to pass this thing. Right now, you have to have a permit for your kid to have a lemonade stand. And they're trying to change that here in Michigan so that kids can be kids and try to be entrepreneurs and to encourage that again. And so I think that that's a great thing. And I'm team lemonade stand. Team lemonade stand. All right, you guys, there it is. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to me, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I usually go to bed right after this, though, because I get tired. And the keyword for tonight is lemons. Last chance sale does end on the 9th. And, yeah, so there we have it. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow is your last day to join Perks for only $1. So if you're not yet a Perks member and you want to save big money, then just let me know that too, and I can help you with your perks, okay? I'm in Flint, Michigan, but I'm hearing that this is supposed to be statewide, where they're trying to make it to where lemonade stands are no longer require a permit. That's what I saw today. Hopefully. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow at 9:30-ish Eastern Standard Time for whatever pops into my mind to do tomorrow. And we'll see you guys then, okay? Thanks so much, you guys. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.